Greetings, fanboys and fangirls. Jared here with another video from Fanboys Forever, and Merry Early Christmas to everybody watching. I have a couple of Mezco Christmas reviews, and we're going to start right off with the new Mezco Christmas Advent Calendar they released this year. It's funny to see Mezco go all in with Christmas with the 112 Collective line this year, and it's really cool to see. I love it when action figure companies kind of go for it with these Christmas products. So let's go ahead and check it out. So here we have the really cool case, the Pink Skulls reference up there. Of course, Doc Nocturnal, my personal favorite. Rumble Society, Gomez, just everything, even Vapor. Just all sorts of interesting stuff. But on the other side, you can see it is meant to look like a boombox. So I think that's pretty cool. It's their advent calendar. Let's have a look. There's actually some Velcro tabs on the top, and they're right there. And if you open it up, you get this cool holiday picture of all of the different Rumble Society characters. So I think that's really cool. They also have it to where you can kind of just punch out each one of these sections, and that's where you get each of the items. I don't really think I'm going to do that. I would rather just keep this intact the way it is. And yeah, I think that would be what works well for me. I mean, but you do you. On the other side here, you can see that we have all the little mini Metzits working on the inside of the big boombox, like to wire it up. So I actually think that's pretty cool. So if you just take this out from the side of the box, you don't have to punch all the artwork out. I know all this stuff was pretty much revealed on the site, but I didn't take that close a look at it. So who knows, maybe I will re-surprise myself. Let's start with the top left here. And what they have are little kind of thumb holds right there, where you can just pull each one out. And then we get our little Metzit grub here, and he is a tiny little guy in a flocked sweater. Looks very Christmassy, very soft to the touch. He has all the articulation you would expect, with the arms and legs moving, and of course the head can rotate around. So I really like this. You can see he comes apart real easy too, but it's fine. What a cool little thing. So here we have an actual Metzit, and once again it has that flocking effect. You see the little Mezco logo right there. And he actually comes with a fully flocked little Christmas hat. He does come with a funny little candy cane. And I'm sure you could use this candy cane with a 112 Collective figure as well. Next up, what we got? Whee! All right, we have all kinds of Christmas themed kind of headphones. You can see that there's actual little bits of kind of like a styrofoam or whatever you want to say in there. Then we have this color scheme. And then we have the traditional non-holiday color scheme. So these are really cool. Next up, what do we got? Oh, yeah, this is the holiday kind of Christmassy green Gomez head. I've really been looking forward to this. It is so shiny. Even shinier than I thought it would be. Loving the kind of transparent eyes on this. So this is really cool. The Santa hat from earlier. You do have to disconnect the antenna for that. So always be careful when you're doing any kind of procedure like that. And it works very well. Now it's just pretty much setting on there more. But I mean, it's on there pretty securely. Now it can come off pretty easy. But I do think that if you get it balanced on there very well, that it looks really nice. We better test it out. You thought he looked suave before. Look at that. Ready to celebrate the holidays. All right, let's keep going. We're going to start down on this next row here. Let's see what we got. Whoa! Of course, this is our 5 points of articulation Doc Nocturnal figure. You can see that there is an actual pleather cape back there. I didn't expect that. I actually thought that it would be some kind of maybe lighter fabric or something like that to be more in line with some old like retro plastic figures. But I'm really glad they went for that because it gives it that extra little something to make it a little bit nicer. I'm really liking this. This is so much fun. This is, of course, the red Mask of Death version. He does come with his little gun kind of thing as well. And the best I can tell, the skull face and the little skull on the gun both glow in the dark ever so slightly. So that's really cool. You can see we have the web pattern right here, and that's all filled in with the black wash. Some of it a little more evenly than other parts. You can see this section isn't quite so filled in along here, but it's not bad. You do have the red pants with the black striping on both sides, just like the original figure. And on the back, we can lift up the cape and see the webbing continues. There is a wire in this cape, so that's really cool. You'll be able to do some fun little things with that. He does have 5 points of articulation at the head, the arms, and the legs. Now, legs are pretty limited. This is about all I can get because of the little skirt piece right there. They can almost go further back than they can forward, so that's a little disappointing that it wasn't more functional. He also comes with his little watch thingy. Can't remember the exact name. This holster is functional, so you can, of course, holster the weapon. And there it is, safely tucked away. He also comes with his Tommy gun here. And both of the hands are kind of in neutral positions. Neither one of them are really like gun-holding hands. So you're just more forcing the handles in. And you can get cool stuff like this all day long. So that works really well. He also comes with a generic display stand. I wish it wasn't so generic. It's just this little plastic stand. Of course, it works really well. And you can plug the foot right in there. This is one of the coolest little things about the set. Me being a huge Doc Nocturnal fan, I can't help but be totally charmed by this thing, so great addition. And making our way through the advent calendar, we'll look at our next little spot. And I believe, yeah, this is some of the kit that it comes with. We have a tactical vest here that is done in this really cool kind of urban camo pattern, and we've seen this kind of vest before, but it's great to get it in this kind of urban soldier kind of look. We also get a really nice utility belt. So of course it goes around and it just clasps right there in the middle. So I think these would look fantastic on a bunch of different Mezcos. So it's gonna be fun to mix and match and kind of find the one that it's gonna look the best on. These could even look really good on the black skulls. Time for another one. Woo! So this time, we have a box, like a storage crate, suitcase handle right here. All right, so to open this thing, all you have to do, and I had a hard time figuring this out at first, is you have to kind of take these two clasps, and with your fingernail, you kind of grab this little indentation at the bottom, which is easier said than done, and you flip that one up, and you flip that one up, and then it opens up very easily. See all the cool detail on the inside, and it's empty at the bottom. But it comes with all of these cool little stacks of coins. So I can't exactly tell what's on each of them, but it's kind of cool. So even though you could leave it empty like this, it comes with these cool kind of foam feeling trays. And the whole purpose is you can put them in there like this, and then you can put the coins in. And I think the intention is that you stack the coins vertically like that in each section. And then you just put this top one on over top of those, and you put the rest of your coins in. And sure enough, there is enough storage for you to put every single one of the little coin stacks in there. Close it back up, and those two things clasp, and you're ready to transport some coins. Pretty cool little thing. Not sure how much I'll use it, but I like it. It's neat. All right, moving on to our next item. Oh yeah, here we have another one of our little Metzits. This time it's definitely more the reindeer look, I suppose. But what's interesting is that it comes with some flocked reindeer antlers. And as you know, a lot of the times you can use these for regular Mezco 112 collective figures, not just on these. So you can do this, but you can also take these same flocked reindeer antlers and you could put them on, say, that Christmas version of the Gomez head or any other Gomez head. And it should work. And as you can see, it works very well. So if you want to use it for Gomez, you can. Not sure how well it would work on a lot of other heads, but these are always kind of the same width as those Metzit heads. So I really like it, and I think it's kind of a neat look. And once again, you get a candy cane. All right, moving to the next little reveal. This is interesting. Let's open it up and find out what it is. It is a wired soft goods Santa hat. So you can use the wire to kind of get it going in different directions and get wind-swept effects. This looks really good. So I'm really glad they included this. And then you get this wired scarf. And I'm really liking this. This should be a lot of fun to use for different characters for like wintry or Christmassy stuff. So that's going to be great as well. All right, let's open this one up and see what we've got. All right, we get another one of the little Metzits, guys. And this time we get an elf hat. So we just can stick that on there. Once again, another little candy cane. And there we go, that completes the look. They probably shouldn't have leaned so heavily on these guys for this set, But I suppose it is a fun way to get you some candy canes and some headgear that could work with a Gomez head. And technically you could set it on a Gomez head, but this one fits probably least of all. It is literally just sitting there, so I still think it looks kind of neat. All right, time to reveal the last two compartments. Let's see what this one is. All right, here is where we get all of our onomatopoeias and little effects. So let's check them out. So these are pretty much like wind effects or energy effects. As someone's fists are flying, this is kind of like the trail of energy that comes up behind them. I'm glad that they're made out of a slightly flexible plastic because these things would break so easy on the end. It also has these cool little clips to show like wham, boom, ouch. And you have multiple of those fist effects. Now, I will say these little clip-on onomatopoeia things, I do wonder if this is foreshadowing for maybe some 60s Batman 112 collective figures coming pretty quick. Or are these the exact same ones that are coming in that 5 points gift set that's not been released yet? But these seem really fun, so that's kind of a cool little extra thing. And lastly, who could it be coming to crash our Christmas? But Cousin Eddie. That's right. Not the Cousin Eddie you might be thinking of, but this guy. Let's take a look. And here we have Cousin Eddie. Now, I think that Mezco is definitely going for an absolute comedy kind of figure with this guy kind of representing a drunken family member coming over for the holidays. And it is very, very funny. From his kind of ratty reindeer costume that he's wearing to this out there expression on the skull, the gold tooth, the bright neon green eyes, the gold chain, a bottle that reads battery acid bourbon to his Vans down here from Mezco. This is absolute hilarity. It's definitely meant to be a comedy figure, as if Gomez has like this family member that shows up during the holidays who's clearly inebriated, and he's just supposed to be really, really ratty. Let's go ahead and let's see what we have here. You can see that if you choose to kind of unzip the reindeer thing a little bit, he does have a fully blue body, so it does make a certain modicum of sense if you want to do that. It's not like he has like a black or a white body or something like that, so you could totally do that. I do think that one thing that might make a little bit more visual sense to me is taking this really cool gold chain and putting it on here like this. To me, that just looks like the better way to do it. It seems a little more natural instead of someone wearing a gold chain like around a onesie. It doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me. And there's Cousin Eddie right out the box. So you can see that he stands really well. Visually, I think it's a really cool combination of things where you have this kind of satiny soft goods outfit, this really eye-catching kind of glimmering gold chain. You have the blue. It works really well. It contrasts well. It's probably cooler than it should be. I don't know. It's supposed to be like this trashy relative that just shows up. And I think it's kind of funny. I get a kick out of it. One thing you could do that may just give it a little more pizzazz as well is you could double loop the chain around the neck by popping the head off and doing that, then popping the head back on. This way you could still see the gold chain while still having everything zipped up, to where that's one way you could do it. So I kind of like that too. This is just a lot of fun and definitely a great companion to that holiday Gomez. He's a little light on accessories. It's not like he's supposed to have all kinds of weapons or anything. You get a lewd gesturing hand. You do get a Spider-Man kind of the whipping hand. You do get kind of a fingers everywhere hand, and you get the hey, I'm a-okay hand. So just all sorts of fun options. Of course, he does come with a fist preloaded onto one and a grabbing hand preloaded on the other. Of course, this gives us a great opportunity to test out our punching effects. You can see that those just clip right over a fist. And all of a sudden, Cousin Eddie goes from a drunk, irritating relative to drunken master. So you can see he is getting the job done. Maybe even a representative of the authorities he is fighting. And there you go. All of a sudden, Cousin Eddie is ready for action. It's as funny as you can imagine. This is so silly. It's just out there, and I love it. Once again, this gives us another opportunity to test some other items it came with, like the wired Santa hat, We can, of course, put it right on Cousin Eddie's blue skull noggin right here. Against all odds, this figure seems to look good, or at least funny, no matter what I do to it. We can also get a chance to test out our scarf. You can see the thing is really big. Of course, if you futz with it a little bit and kind of get it posed around, I think you could get something pretty cool. But it's pretty funny the way it is. It looks pretty epic. It almost gives him a little too much dignity. We are going to give Cousin Eddie a hilarious military-style utility belt. And depending on which way you turn it, you can get all sorts of hilarious stuff, as if Cousin Eddie is going into a SWAT team or something wearing this. And in an attempt to just keep pushing the limits of what is possible with Cousin Eddie, here I have him so geared up that it's ridiculous. He's now got the tactical vest. He now has the Santa hat. He has even a pair of the headphones, if you notice up there, that we had earlier. And he's just ready for anything. And I just keep pushing the limits of what's possible with this guy. And it is leading to the most hilarious stuff. I don't know. I'm just going to keep adding with all the things that I have. And I'm just going to see where I land with Cousin Eddie. This is hilarious. This is the figure that will get a laugh out of you every time on your shelf. Just keep pushing it. All right, so here we have the entire contents of the box set in front of you. We have the hand effects right there for the punching. We have a little automatopoeia, hip boxes. We have Cousin Eddie himself all geared up in the scarf, the hat, one of the headphones, and here's the other 2 pairs of headphones that you get. The tactical vest, the tactical belt, the Doc Nocturnal 5 points figure, the 3 mini Metzits, the Santa Claus, the reindeer, and the elf. We do have the little mini grub right there. We have the suitcase that has the coins in it. And we have the Gomez head, the holiday Gomez head in the green colors. So is it worth it for how much you pay? I actually think this is a pretty fun set. And there's quite a bit of value here when you start breaking it down. You get a full-on Mezco 112 collective 6-inch scaled Cousin Eddie figure. You get a 5 points figure. You get lots of mini Metzits, a mini grub, and all these other little accessories and things. And I think the value is there. Do I think it's a great value compared to other things they've done? Not necessarily. It's almost like a more plussed up regular Mezco 112 collective release. Or it's kind of like a little bit of a minimized con box set. But it's fine though for what it is, because this was meant to be kind of a holiday accessory pack for the holiday Gomez. So that's going to be what we look at next, the actual holiday Gomez figure. And of course, that's going to be coming in very short order. Of course, as it gets closer to Christmas, we're going to keep looking at different little Christmas releases, a couple of surprising things. And I hope that you'll stick with us here on the channel. So make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the videos coming up. I want to apologize. My voice was a little funny this time. Definitely have a little bit of a cold going on. Well, from me and Cousin Eddie and apparently the entire Mezco crew back there, of course, I want to wish you a happy early Christmas. And as always, I'll see you on Fanboys Forever. Fanboy out.